Welcome to Action for the week starting 18 November. A number of issues this week. Let me just highlight three. Firstly, molasses. As in the same time last year, we've had some members ring up and ask if we can help getting molasses to help support stock through the continuing drought. It's not what we do normally, however we managed to pull it together last year at the request of members and are thinking of doing the same this year. What we need though is an indication of how much demand there is for AgForce to do this. So further down in Action, you'll see an area where you can put down and record for us if you want molasses and roughly how much. Just a guide, but it'll help your organisation thinking about whether we put resources against this, which we're happy to do if the demand's there. Secondly, the continuing bushfires and the drought and all of the climatic conditions are very challenging. Around the bushfires, we are now doing daily mapping to understand what properties are affected from membership point of view, what properties might be affected, and providing that information only to those people whose properties we think are either affected or might be, and giving them some links to where they can go for help. If you need more or less support around this, please let us know, but we're trying to keep the assistance very targeted to those in support rather than talking to all of us. So feedback welcome as this situation continues to unfold. The other thing I wanted to briefly mention was the Reef Regulations and our ongoing deep and detailed work trying to get those regulations revoked before they have too much of an impact on our industry. Over the last couple of months, led by Alex Stubbs at the committee level and Mari Vitale internally, we've put together an incredibly detailed submission to the Senate inquiry being held in Canberra. The detail and the depth of that work is typical of what goes on in our policy area and is only possible because AgForce invests so much of your funds in some incredibly qualified people that can do this deep work. The submission was made this week. If anyone wants a copy, they're most welcome to ask for it, and that document will form the foundation of us fronting that committee and working with that committee. That committee, as we know, reports back some 6 weeks out from the next state election, so a critical piece to ensuring we get the right outcome for the reef, but also regulations and policy settings, which as well as supporting the reef, allows our industry to grow without green and red tape that's unnecessary. That's all for this week.